You know those snack cakes in your pantry, the ones that seem to last forever, tucked away behind the cereal boxes, always ready for a midnight snack or a quick treat when you're feeling peckish? Maybe you've eyed them with a bit of guilt, wondering if you're making a huge mistake every time you unwrap one. You're not alone. Most of us have a complicated relationship with these kinds of foods. What if I told you they might not be as evil as you think? Seriously, for years we've been told to fear anything that comes in a shiny wrapper or has a shelf life longer than a houseplant. But is it really that simple? Let's dig a little deeper. Ultra-processed foods are everywhere. Soda, instant noodles, those cookies you swear you're only saving for later. Walk down any grocery store aisle and you'll see them stacked high. Colourful boxes, crinkly bags and bottles promising convenience and flavour. They're in our lunch boxes, our office drawers and even at family gatherings. In fact, studies show that in many countries, more than half of the average person's daily calories come from ultra-processed foods. That's a lot of snack cakes, chips and ready-to-eat meals. But what exactly makes a food ultra-processed? It's not just about being made in a factory. Ultra-processed foods are typically made with ingredients you wouldn't find in your home kitchen. Think artificial flavors, preservatives, colorings, and emulsifiers. They're designed to be tasty, convenient, and affordable. And let's be honest, sometimes they're just what you need after a long day. Experts have blamed these foods for everything from obesity to heart disease. Sounds terrifying, right? Headlines scream about the dangers of processed foods, and it's easy to feel like every bite is a step closer to disaster. But is the story really that black and white? Let's look at what the science actually says. But here's the twist. New research is shaking things up. Scientists are starting to question whether it's the processing itself that's the problem, or if there's more to the story. Some studies suggest that when you control for things like overall diet quality, physical activity and socioeconomic status, the link between ultra-processed foods and poor health isn't as clear-cut as we once thought. In fact, some experts argue that focusing only on the level of processing misses the bigger picture. For example, a whole grain bread made in a factory might technically be ultra-processed, but it could still be a healthier choice than a homemade cake loaded with sugar and butter. It's not always about the label, it's about the context. Some scientists say the real problem might not be the processing itself, but how much we eat, our lifestyle, and even our stress levels. Think about it. If you're constantly stressed, not sleeping well, and rarely moving your body, even the healthiest foods might not save you. On the flip side, enjoying the occasional processed treat as part of an otherwise balanced lifestyle might not be so bad after all. Our health is shaped by so many factors: what we eat, how we move, how we manage stress, and even our social connections. Focusing only on one aspect, like processed foods, can distract us from the bigger picture. It's about patterns, not perfection. Basically, eating chips on the couch every night isn't the same as having a handful at a party. Who knew? It's not just what you eat, but how, when, and why you eat it. Are you mindlessly snacking out of boredom, or are you enjoying a treat with friends? The context matters more than you might think. There's also the emotional side of eating. Food isn't just fuel, it's comfort, celebration, and connection. Sometimes sharing a slice of cake or a bag of chips can be part of a happy, healthy life. The key is to be mindful, not fearful. Now, I'm not saying go wild and eat nothing but candy bars. Moderation is still important. But maybe we don't need to panic every time we reach for something processed. Instead, we can focus on building a diet that works for us, one that includes plenty of whole foods but also leaves room for the occasional treat. Pause, playful. Sorry, that's not doctor approved. No one's recommending a diet of nothing but cookies and soda. But most nutrition experts agree it's what you do most of the time that matters, not what you do once in a while. So what does a balanced approach look like? It means filling your plate with fruits, veggies, whole grains and lean proteins most of the time, but also allowing yourself to enjoy foods you love, even if they come in a package. It's about making choices that fit your life, your tastes, and your needs. But it turns out having the occasional ultra-processed treat might not be the end of the world if the rest of your diet is on point. In fact, some research suggests that stressing too much about perfect eating can backfire, leading to guilt, anxiety, and even disordered eating. Food should be a source of nourishment and joy, not stress. So next time you're at a party or you just need a pick-me-up after a tough day, don't beat yourself up for reaching for that snack. Remember, it's the overall pattern that counts. One cookie won't make or break your health, just like one salad won't magically fix everything. So next time someone gives you the side eye for grabbing a bag of chips, just remember, you're allowed to enjoy your food. Life's too short to stress over every bite. Instead, focus on making choices that make you feel good, both physically and mentally. Maybe it's less about the food and more about balance, moderation, and how you live overall. The healthiest people aren't the ones who never eat processed foods. They're the ones who find a way to enjoy all kinds of foods without guilt or fear. The next time you're shopping, try to look past the scary headlines and think about what works for you. Read labels, make informed choices, and remember that food is just one piece of the puzzle. Your health is about so much more than what's on your plate. It's a lot to take in, right? The world of nutrition is full of myths, half-truths, and changing science, but that's what makes it interesting, and sometimes a little bit mind-blowing. Mind-blown yet? If you're rethinking everything you thought you knew about ultra-processed foods, you're not alone. The truth is, nutrition is complex, and there are no easy answers. But that doesn't mean we have to be afraid of our food. Hit subscribe for more myth-busting food facts, because the truth is, science is always changing, and so can your snack habits. Stay curious, stay balanced, and remember, food is meant to be enjoyed.